Hello, glorious people. This is Divine Notary, and today I just wanted to share some information regarding a small estate affidavit. Now, I have gotten some recent requests for um, small estate affidavit notarizations for my community. And as a mobile notary, I think that it's something that, especially, people coming up or, new to the notarization space should just, have more information about because, we're here to help each other and just, to spread information, so that we are all, knowledgeable, about what is going on. So what exactly is a small estate affidavit? Now, if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notebook so that I can make sure that I get all my points. Okay, so it is a document that allows a person to transfer and take responsibility for the decedent's assets. Now, what is a decedent? Someone that they know, a family member who may have died, okay? Not may have died, who has died, okay? So that person has died, okay? And such assets could be their bank accounts, jewelry, art, or vehicles, or articles of clothing, or such things that were owned by the person, prior to their death, okay? And for the most part, the people that claim such personal items, are family members like the spouse, children, or even the siblings, okay? Now, I recently had a notarization whereby I had a brother of the decedent or the deceased contact me, okay, in my community. And he said that he wanted to have a small estate affidavit notarized. So of course, I named my price, and I went to him, and so while notarizing his document, he showed me proof of his identity, and then he also showed me the death certificate of his brother. Uh, and he told me that his brother lived with him, didn't own any home of his own, didn't really have any spouse or children. I think he said that he was probably in his, mid 60s, and was just like an older bachelor, and he lived with his brother, and so he passed of an illness, and things like the funeral expenses and things like that had to be covered by the family, and they needed to put the money and such together in order to make everything, work, because, he didn't have too much in terms of worldly possessions, but he did have like a bank account here and, a few things that the family wanted to gather to, in order to meet up his final expenses. So so basically, the small estate affidavit basically allows the family to collect whatever that they can, and for the most part, it has to meet up with state requirements. Okay, so per state, there are certain amounts or a limit or a cap on the amount that can be claimed. So you just have to know exactly what it is that your state allows, just like everything else. Um, and This affidavit is also known as an affidavit to collect personal property. So like I mentioned earlier, bank accounts, maybe clothing, vehicles, or other such things, personal items, okay? And so what are the things that can make a small estate affidavit, possible, generally? Of course, okay. The person, like I mentioned earlier, has to have been dead. So a death certificate, for the most part, has to also be presented along with the small estate affidavit in order to claim the deceased, property. Okay, and then also for some states, they have to wait for a certain number of days in order to file. Okay, so maybe in the time might vary. It might be a week in some states. It might be a month in another state. Whatever it is, it depends on the state. So you have to know your state laws. Okay. And also each person that is receiving part of the property has to attest to the affidavit as well. Okay. And people or family members should seek legal counsel if there's a minor involved in terms of the beneficiaries. So like if they're under 18 and, they should seek some kind of advice, or if there's someone that is disabled, or if they, there's some kind of potential for, for there to be some kind of contention, or, a fight about, how much or whatever is received, or how the assets should be distributed as well. Or if the assets are not fully known or determined. So if they don't really know if maybe he has an account somewhere else, or, or there are other things, maybe he has a car somewhere that nobody knows, or whatever the case may be, and there's some kind of like dispute or uncertainty about, what it is that the person has or doesn't have, that, more legal advice or counsel should be sought after. Okay. And in order to claim the property, as soon as the document has been notarized and everything, has been cleared, along with the copy of a death certificate, a small estate affidavit can be presented to maybe the bank or wherever else that the property is being held. And once the documents are shown, to the parties, that are involved, then there's no reason why the property should not be released. Okay. So I just wanted to put forth this information regarding a small estate affidavit, to the notary community, and I hope that the information helped. So if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and join the family. And if you've learned something, or there's something that has helped you in any way, then you can go ahead and like the video and share with friends and family, because you never know who might need the help. Okay, thank you for watching, and remain blessed. Thank you.